Hey, what's up? Mr. Throop-Voors here with your homework help. What's up, Miami scholars? So I want to go over some problems that are similar to the problems you're going to see on tonight's homework. So it's all about ratios on tonight's homework. And you're given a couple of different ratio tables, and there are some blanks in your ratio tables that you need to fill out. And so if we look at a problem like this, where you're only given a few numbers, you know that the ratio here is 6 to 15. So we can write this a few different ways. We can write 6 to 15 like this. We can write 6 to 15 as a ratio, or we can write the ratio 6 over 15, or 6 to 15, and have it look like a fraction like that. So when we think about this, we think about, okay, fractions I can work with. I can reduce the fractions. And so to get this ratio to its simplest form, and so I know that the simplest form of the ratio is going to go here on my chart, I want to list the factors of both 6 and 15. And so I know the factors of 6, of course, are 1 and 6, and then I know that 2 times 3 also gives me 6, so 2 and 3 are also factors. And then my factors of 15 are 1 and 15, and 3 and 5. I know that 2 is not a factor of 15 because 15 is not an even number, so 2 would not be a factor. So now I want to look for my common factors. Well, I know that 1, of course, is a common factor, and then I look here, and 3 is also a common factor. So my greatest common factor for the numbers 6 and 15 is 3. So I know that I can reduce this fraction or this ratio by dividing both the numerator by 3 and the denominator by 3. And so 6 divided by 3, of course, is 2. And 15 divided by 3, of course, is 5. And so I know that this 2 to 5 is the simplest ratio. This is the ratio in the simplest form. So I'm going to write 2 to 5 in this. Now you should start to see a pattern, because all ratios is patterns. And so you can see on the top part of my ratio, I'm just counting multiples of 2. So 2, 4, 6. I know that this last ratio here, this is going to be an 8. And then, of course, I'm asking myself, okay, I'm counting by what? Well, I go 5, I skip a number, and then 15. And so again, you should start to see this pattern emerge. And you should say, well, if I'm counting by 5s, because this is the simplest form of the ratio, you're going 5, 10, 15, which is already there, and this will be 20. So here are all of my ratios. Now, when you look at this, you say, well, here's all I'm doing. To get to the next ratio, I multiply by 2, both the top part of my ratio and the bottom part. And then, of course, the next one is multiplying by 3, because I know that 2 times 3 is 6, so that gave me this number. 5 times 3 is 15. And so you can go on and on. If I asked you, what is the 20th part of this ratio? I know that I'm just going to go all the way back to my simplest form of the ratio and multiply by 20. So this should be pretty easy. 2 times 20, of course, is going to give me 40. So this is going to be the 20th number of my ratio is going to be 40. And then 5 times 20, of course, is going to be 100. So 40 to 100 is going to be that 20th term in my ratio. Now, if we look at another problem, if we say, okay, this is 8 to 12, my ratio here, I know that 8 to 12, of course, can be reduced by simply dividing by 4, because both 8 and 12 share a common factor of 4. So this is going to be 8 divided by 4 is going to give us 4, and 12 divided by 4 is going to give us 3. So now this is I multiplied by 4 to go this way, and so, of course, to go the opposite way, I'm simply dividing by 4. And that's how I reduced that fraction. So I hope this helps you get started on your homework tonight. Good luck, and make sure you bring your homework tomorrow to class. Have a great evening.